I'm going to go over 5 things on how you can crush it in telesales in 2022. I'm going to summarize them here real quick, and then we're going to get into a little more depth. Number 1, what I want you to do is get obsessed with sales in 2022, because sales will help you accomplish just about all the goals that you have in most of the problems that you're facing in your life right now. Number 2, get a good mentor who's crushed sales himself or herself and who has exactly what you want with a proven track record in the income statements to prove it. Yes, you can ask for those. Pay your mentor as well. Don't ask for no free crap, right? Be like, hey, I will invest money to learn from you. Okay, because if it's free, it's probably not for me. And you're not going to get as much out of it, and your mentor is not going to be as committed to you. Number 3, work the best leads that you possibly can work. Work the absolute best leads that you can afford to work. Number 4, you want to put in more effort than you've ever put into anything in your entire life in 2022 into your insurance career. I want you to commit right now that you are going to put in a ridiculous amount of effort to crush it in 2022. Let's make it happen. Number 5, I want you to use new technology available to us in 2022. I'm going to go over some of those, so stay tuned on how you can learn how to crush it. Utilize these 5 tips in 2022. I promise you, you're going to crush. What I want you to do right now is make a commitment that you're going to put in more effort in 2022 than you've ever put into anything in your entire life. All right? I want you to pump every single week and write down huge goals for yourself and huge targets that you're going to push and push and push and push to exceed. Now, you know you're going to be doing something right if the people around you tell you that you're working too hard. If you're doing too much, you should probably settle down and calm down. That's a great indicator that you're doing putting in the activity that you need to become successful in 2022. The market's going to even get even more competitive. You got to make sure that you are on your game, because the next guy, I promise you, he's pushing like that. So what I want you to do is put in a minimum of 50 hours per week into work in 2022. Okay? Set huge activity targets for yourself. I'm going to make a certain amount of dials every day. I'm going to make a certain amount of calls every day. I'm going to have a certain amount of follow-ups. I'm going to have a certain amount of presentations. I want you to set those targets high and shoot for them. And don't lower your targets, just increase your activity. Number 2, what I want you to do is utilize new technology that's available for us and available to us. So 2020 gave birth to many different new virtual tools for sales. Okay, there are a couple cool programs I'm going to introduce to you here. The first one is called Crankwheel. Now, what Crankwheel allows you to do is send a link to your client that they get on their cell phone in a text message. They click the link and they open up a browser through the link, and what the browser shows is your webcam and your screen, so you can share your screen. It doesn't require them to be able to use their phone on their camera. The camera on their phone doesn't require any of that stuff. It's 15 free uses per month per email. So just make a few emails. But it's a great way to build credibility. And going into 2022, you're going to have to be creative, and you're going to have to stand out, and you're going to have to be ahead of the game. Learn how to use Crankwheel. It's helped me close several deals that I can think of just off the top of my head by building credibility. You can share your computer screen. You can walk your client through the brochure. You can show them the rates right there on the screen. And it helps them see exactly what you're talking about, because people believe what they see, not what they hear. So utilize Crankwheel, number 1. And then number 2, this is a great program for following up with people. It's called Vidyard. Vidyard, V-I-D-Y-A-R-D. What it does, it allows you to record a video, and then it uploads it to Vidyard's cloud, and then you can send a link to someone so they can watch the video. That way you can make a video that's like a couple minutes long, and you can send it to any phone without having to worry about compatibility or file size limitations or anything like that. Right? Because sometimes if you send Android to iPhone or vice versa, the video quality is really bad. A lot of our clients have Androids. A lot of agents have iPhones. I'm iPhone partial. Don't hate me for it. But if you know what I'm talking about, right? And if you make a long video, it's not going to send. It's going to say the file size is too big. And you know how our clients are with going into their emails and all that stuff. So Vidyard is great. You can record a video. It creates a link to watch the video with, and then you send it to the client. They just click the link and open it up. So this is a great follow-up tool. If you have some of those big policies that you're working, or if you just want to reach out and wish someone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, Happy New Year, whatever, then you can use that to send a message out to them. Crankwheel and Vidyard, 2 great programs that I would utilize in 2022 to maximize your returns. Number 3, work the absolute best leads possible. Okay, I would have a bank of some some older leads. Well, they're probably going to be used, but some older leads. Okay, but always make sure you have fresh new leads coming through the door, and you're going to want to work them heavy. Use the best leads that you can afford. That's what I should say. Use the best leads that you can afford. For telesales, you're going to want to be working telemarketing callback leads. You're going to want to work in live transfers, or use my how to build final expense Facebook ads video to set up your own final expense Facebook ads and learn how to create automations that will send you a text message or an email that immediately when the prospect fills out a lead form from your Facebook ads, and then you call them right away. So I would do one of those 3 if you're going to be working telesales in 2022. Create your own Facebook ads, and I can make a video as well to show how to generate inbound calls from those. Work live transfers and telemarketing callback leads. So telesales optimized leads. And if you're working face-to-face, if you can afford direct mail leads, then those are the best. And you want to work your leads like a pro, right? Look at it like, I hear agents all the time say, oh, the leads are bad here, or this vendor had bad leads. But this is my thing. When I was out buying leads, we provide leads to all of our agents at no cost to the agent. But when I was out buying leads, if I saw someone else from working the same vendor and they were making a bunch of money and I wasn't, I didn't blame it on the leads. I took responsibility. So don't blame the leads. Like, that drives me insane. Don't blame the leads. Blame yourself and be like, dude, the leads don't suck. I may have to increase my skill, right? Because if someone else is working those leads and making a lot of money, what I would do, and you know them, hey, reach out to them, say, dude, how are you working these leads? I'm having some trouble. I'm struggling. Okay? Or you could work with an IMO that provides leads. This isn't a recruiting video, but all I'm saying is that our agents have a lot of success in telesales because they have essentially an unlimited amount of leads to call with us. So I'm not saying, hey, you got to come work with us. I want you to do what you want. I'm just saying, from my experience, I've seen a lot of agents be successful in our system where the leads are provided. Okay? This is a huge one here. Okay? This is either number 3 or number 4. This is number 4. You want to get a good mentor. Okay? Get the best mentor you can. What you want to do is find someone who's making money. Okay, there's so many recruiters and agents out there who pitch people to work with them, and they're like, my upline made this much money, or this person did this, or this person did that. That's great and all, but like, how much money are they making? And do you want to learn from someone who's making a lot of money or who's not making a lot of money? Make sure you get your advice from the right people too, okay? Make sure that you're getting your advice from the right people, the people who are winning and the people who want to see you win, okay? So, find a mentor with a proven track record in the insurance industry. Not like I wouldn't do some first year person, to be honest, as a mentor, because they haven't even really got hit with chargebacks yet, especially if they're in their first 6 months. Don't fall for the posts online that are like, I earned $2,000 in 20 minutes, because an advance is not a paycheck, it's a loan. It's not technically income in the insurance company's eyes, it's a loan. So make sure you have someone who's been doing it a couple years, who's got a track record, and make sure you're listening to the person who has what you want. If you want to be a rock star salesperson, then you should probably find a mentor who's a rock star salesperson. If you want to be a huge agency builder, then you want to find someone who's built an agency. A lot of great salespeople end up being good agency builders, but that's not always the case, right? There are plenty of times when someone's a super producer, but they just don't have the management skills. They don't have the patience for other people. They're so focused on production. So you want whatever you want to accomplish, make sure you're taking advice from the person who's already accomplished that, so you can learn from their mistakes, right? Like I've built a team pretty quickly. I made so many mistakes, man, and it's just, if I could go back and talk to myself 3 years ago, I could talk to myself now, I would have been able to do it in probably a year and a half. Okay, so also pay for coaching. Okay, I don't do coaching. This isn't a pitch on paying for me to coach you. Pay for your coaching. Pay for your mentoring if you can afford it. Throw it on a credit card. That's what I did. I didn't have the money when I started. I was like, whatever, I got a credit card though. Ding it for $1,500. I got into Cardone stuff, Grant Cardone, and I started going through his mentoring programs and his events and his sales training platform. So I was super focused on personal development. The mentor thing is for personal development. Now, if you pay a mentor to work with you directly, the reason why you want to pay them, even if they say they're going to do it for free, is because one, they're going to feel more accountable to you, and two, you're going to feel more accountable to them. It's going to be a better quality relationship. Every time you pay for something, you're going to get more out of it than if you do it for free. All right? So even if it's like, dude, I got $100 I'll give you for this, they're going to feel more committed to help you, and they're going to feel more committed to your growth and development. Okay? I provide so much to my agents for free that I paid for when I started, and they don't utilize, I don't know of anyone who's utilizing it the same way that I did, where it was like a complete obsession to absorb all this material because I paid a lot of money for it. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are in on the personal development, get involved in the videos, and always be trying to grow. Okay, and then the last one here, to crush it in 2022, what you want to do, you want to get obsessed with sales. Okay, you have to be obsessed with sales. Sales is like the God, lowercase g, G-O-D, of your business. You have to make sales to make money. Sales is the end all, be all, number one, absolute focus, new client acquisition through sales. So there's a few different ways that an obsession with sales can be exhibited and developed. What I'm going to do is tell you what worked for me, how I became obsessed with sales. I wrote down my goals. I want to retire my dad. I want to get him a house on the beach with a nice boat. I want to be able to take care of my family. I want to be able to take care of my friends who aren't as fortunate as I am in my career. I want to be able to have an amazing relationship with my wife and be able to go and do whatever we want and share those times and cherish those moments. I want to be able to buy whatever I want. I want to be able to go to Costco and be like, dude, that new piece of technology is cool, let me get it. I want to buy a drone just so I can be able to crash it into a tree if I want. I don't know. Like, I just want these things. I want to be able to purchase more personal development courses. I want to be able to donate money to my favorite charities. I want to be able to purchase the healthiest foods to be able to keep my mind and body working as efficiently as possible. I want to leave a mark on this planet. And I'm not Gandhi, right? So, like, I need to crush it in sales. Sales and money and income is the one thing that will solve all that stuff for me, that will help me maximize all those things. If I make a lot of sales, I can eat the best foods, and I can live a long time, and I can enjoy what I'm creating for myself with my family, okay? If I can reward people on my team for a job well done, I'll have more money to be able to give back to the people who work hard on my team. I can be able to purchase more personal development courses for myself and get better all the time. I'll be able to pay more taxes and help the economy, and help fuel the economy, and help exchange currency and help it flow. All right, so what I did to become obsessed with sales, I was like, dude, I want all these things, and there's nothing that anyone can do that I can't. Maybe like pro athlete, I don't think I'll be there, but I don't want it. There's nothing there's nothing I can't do if I set my mind to it. I'm not limited by this body right here, right? I'm not limited by this body that I'm given, that my spirit is trapped in. Okay, this isn't me. This isn't me. I am this massive entity, this huge entity that can accomplish anything. And what do I have to do in this dimension, in this universe, to make it happen? I have to make sales. Because sales are going to let me accomplish everything I want to in my life. They're going to help me create a legacy. You can tell I'm getting fired up about this right now. I need sales to accomplish what I want, to be able to do things others won't do, to be able to provide for others what they won't be able to provide for themselves. So I look at all my goals that I want, and I just realized that sales is going to make those things accomplished. And don't lie to yourself. I promise, there's only a couple problems I can think of that more money wouldn't help. Tell you what, you're in a bad relationship, money's going to help you move out, right? If you're not healthy, money's going to help you get a personal trainer and eat better foods and be able to afford the things to get you in a healthy lifestyle. So I promise you, there's a way that money can solve that. That was a hard realization for me because I didn't have much money, and I was like, dude, I need money. So what I want you to do is get obsessed with sales in 2022. So here, I'm going to rehash them for you. Get obsessed with sales in 2022. Let's absolutely crush it in 2022. Number 2, get a good mentor. Get someone who's going to motivate you, inspire you, drive you, and who has a proven track record, who isn't just fluff, okay? Number 3, work the best leads that you can afford. and work them, grind those leads, okay, and have a constant flow of new leads. Number 4, put in the most effort that you ever put into any career, any job, any position in your entire life in 2022. I want you to commit right now that you're going to make it happen. Number 5, I want you to use technology that's available for us in 2022 that may not have been available over the last couple years. We're talking about Crankwheel, Vidyard, and Zoom. Of course, Zoom's a little bit harder for our clients to use. I hope you guys get something out of this. That's 5 tips to excel in 2022. Let's crush it.